up, everybody? It's Lilo Peachy with the Peachy Plurcast. It is day 2 of Forbidden Kingdom, and today we are with
Usaybflow, banana guy.
the Banana Guy. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. It's a bit hotter today, for sure. Like, the sun's out, no rain. It's nice.
And how was your set yesterday? How were you feeling about that?
Honestly, very good. I prepped that set like a month in advance, and everyone showed up. It was, like, unreal. Like, couldn't have asked for a better debut here. Crazy.
Yeah. Do you have any, like, pre-show rituals that you do before you get on stage?
Well, for the last little while, it's been like, like a shot or two might help, or like some Red Bull. And then just hanging out with friends, checking out the stage beforehand. Yeah, little simple things like that always help.
And who's at home with your little Frenchie babies?
She's she's being taken care of by my lovely girlfriend's sister.
Nice. The auntie putting in the work. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, if you could steal any other artist's USB, whose would it be?
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a good one. Fuck. I would have to say. Okay, I'm gonna give two. So my main one would probably be Subtronics, just because he has probably a lot of like unreleased VIPs that he's probably never gonna put out. And then Shivers, because he probably has all like the unreleased like dub plates in the rhythm community. Like, he probably has everything. So those would be my two.
Who are you most excited to see perform today?
Today, probably Gengar, because we also have a collab that we're gonna play out. So that's gonna be fun. When people see this, it should be out already. But if not, it's coming out soon.
If you could pick any other artist to do a back-to-back with, who would it be?
I would have to say Shivers is one. COD Dubs is another one. Subtronics, another one. Sweet Tooth. Hamro. Yeah, those would be my main ones.
What is your dream festival to play at?
Oh, God, Dream Festival. I'm very, very blessed. This was one of my dream fests, and I just played it yesterday. Lost Lands was another one. Bass Canyon, I'm playing this year for the first time as well. That was a dream, and I'm finally playing it. Probably, like, it's not really a festival, but, like, I would say, like, Red Rocks, like the venue in Denver. Red Rocks is great. And, yeah, those are kind of my main ones. This guy.
You can come say hi. You can come say hi. It's for the people. They love the real life stuff. Okay. If you could create your own festival, who would be your top 5 headliners?
Top 5? I would have to say Subtronics. I would have to say Zed, just because kind of like a classic, I feel like. You don't want to have all dubstep. I feel like variety. I feel like for me, like, it kind of goes in line with my sets as well. I want to try and cater to as much people as possible. So Subtronics, Zed. I'm gonna put Martin Garrix as well. I'm also gonna put me, Shivers, and COD Dubs B3B. And I'm gonna put I don't even know. Millennium, probably. Yeah, there you go.
Millennium, very nice. If you could travel anywhere overseas for a festival, which fest overseas would you play at?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say S2O. I think it's in Korea.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's like the water festival. Yeah, they're just like shooting fire like the whole water the whole time. That one's a good one. That one's one.
What was your first introduction to EDM? Whether it was your first artist, first festival, or your first time hearing a song?
I think it was over 10 years ago now, where I had an older friend that showed me The Paradox by Excision. And at that time I was doing house music, so I wasn't really like keen on dubstep stuff because I thought it was like too much. But I heard The Paradox and I was like, this is heavy, but I like it. And then it kind of just like steamrolled and snowballed into rhythm, and then now we're here.
How long have you been producing music for?
Collectively, about 5 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you said you started off with originally producing house music, or house music was the first form of EDM?
That was like my first form of EDM. I was more so just DJing it at the time and making SoundCloud mixes. But and then it kind of like I started to do dubstep stuff, but then I realized that the dubstep stuff was getting more views. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna kind of put house on the side, do more dubstep, and then it kind of just became what it is.
So do you like producing dubstep, or would you like to like venture into other genres?
I've put out a couple house tunes in the past couple years, and like melodic stuff as well, like with a singer on it and things like that. But like dubstep and rhythm is like my core. I would like to dabble with like drum and bass. I haven't really dabbled with drum and bass as much, so definitely drum and bass for sure.
Have you gotten to meet any other artists that you've been like a little fangirly about?
Well, Subtronics would be one. I met him a couple times. Super nice guy. Virtual Riot is another one. Also super nice guy. Yeah, like Shivers as well. I look up to him ever since I started. So yeah, it's cool.
Have you had anybody like reach out to mentor you, or have you reached out to anyone personally like for professional advice?
Definitely from time to time. Someone I think that really kind of shaped me who I am would be Sweet Tooth. Devin has been someone that's guided me like through the worst parts, through the good parts, and he's kind of been like a big bro to me. And yeah, just overall, asking advice from other promoters too, because I make friends with a lot of like these promoters and organizers as well, because I consider them they're like friends as well. So definitely them. Sweet Tooth I think is like, yeah, been such a good friend of mine for a while. So yeah.
Have you had any low points in your journey that you were like, damn, maybe this isn't it? And how did you overcome that?
So I wouldn't really necessarily say it was like a singular moment, but I think like something that like not just creatives, but I feel like everybody in general kind of goes through like self-doubt every now and again. So I feel like it's kind. Yo.
Say hello.
Hi,
Introduce yourself.
my name is Shivers the Butcher, aka the RTC. RTC stands for Rhythm Tribal Chief. Bow.
Oh, let's go.
My boy.
My guy.
How you doing?
Hello, Milo.
How are you, Cairo? Nice to meet you.
You guys want an interview next? I'll be here all day.
But I didn't really mean to bombard it. I just wanted to bombard it for ages ago. But this guy is on a lot of smoke.
This guy, man.
Usaybflow is on a lot of smoke. Look out for the hot bananas coming your way. Bow.
Now that he brings up the bananas, we all need to know what the obsession with the bananas is, because it's everywhere.
Yes. Like how I came up with it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's kind of a long story, but if I had to kind of like shorten it, it would be like I had this older group of friends. They used to call me a monkey at the time, just because of my hair and my beard. So they would call me like, oh, you're from the forest or whatever. Yeah. So then I did a live stream in 2020 on Twitch, and one of those friends put like the banana emoji in the chat, and I kind of just stuck with it. And then I like ended up getting a suit, and then wore it on some streams, couple shows, and then people started calling me Banana Man, and I'm like, okay, I'll stick with it. And then it's kind of just became my gimmick, I guess.
I love that.
But I'm like, okay, I'll just roll with it. People seem to like it.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like some people like kind of struggle sometimes with finding like branding and stuff like that. But I feel like sometimes it's like those happy accidents that kind of just like, it was like an insult against me, sort of.
Something a little silly.
Yeah, and now it's like it's my thing. I'm
Turn
like,
it into your power.
yeah, exactly. I kind of used it and like, used it to my advantage. So it was kind of cool.
Is there any underground artists or artists that are not high on the come up yet that you want to give a shout out that deserves recognition for their talent?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a very good one. I would have to say Paper Skies. Big up and comer from Toronto, from where I'm from.
Paper Skies?
Shout out Paper Skies. Shout out Fields. He's from Florida, a Florida native. He played yesterday here at Forbidden Kingdom. very, very good producer as well. I would have to say, I mean, he's kind of already kind of hot shit, but I'm gonna also say Hamro because Hamro is dope, and he's also a local as well. Fire. Trying to think of anybody else. Those would probably be my main ones. But if I didn't say your name, I still love you, and you're all doing great.
If you could give advice to anybody else that is currently trying to chase this dream of becoming a producer, what would it be?
I would say in terms of producing, I would say take your time. So I feel like a lot of people don't really say it often to like take breaks and go at your own pace because I feel like, at least for me, I sometimes get like fall into the mindset of like, oh, I want to chase making that next banger. But I feel like you gotta just like take it easy and don't be afraid to take breaks. That would be like my number one advice.
And what is your favorite thing to do when you start feeling that burnout come in? How do you manage your relaxation?
Honestly, it's as simple as me doing nothing. Or could be like going for runs really helps me. Working out a little bit. Eating healthier also really helps. Gives me a more clear mindset and just more focus. And yeah, again, it comes back to like just taking breaks and taking easy is just like really, really helps. At least for me, that's kind of what works best for me. And kind of whenever I do have those creative spurts, I'll take advantage of it as much as I can. But yeah.
So I see that you're pretty popular on social media right now. Do you manage all of your social media, or do you have a team behind you that's working behind the scenes?
So my lovely lady beside me here is kind of quote unquote my. she's kind of my social media manager.
Oh, yeah.
But in terms of like managing all the accounts and like the posts and stuff, we kind of come up with content together. But it's all me basically.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. I interviewed Pretty Sweet yesterday, and they had their two baddies out here, and just the level of support that you guys are getting from your partners is so important because people don't realize, like, you guys are on the road, traveling, doing all this stuff, and who's holding it down for you guys? Your emotional support. So shout out to all the beautiful girlfriends and wifeys from the artists. We love you guys. We love you guys. So I'm not going to assume bananas is your favorite thing to eat, but what is your go-to snack?
Okay. So bananas are great. I have one almost every morning because they're great. But like my go-to snack, I don't know. I really like salty peanuts. Those are good. Like jalapeno, like peanuts.
Jalapeno peanuts.
Yeah. It's good.
I've never heard of
Like jalapeno cheddar kind of vibe. Like like the little tin cans. And it's good. It's good. They're a bit salty, but they're good. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What's another good question to ask you? If you were hosting a festival, what location would it be at?
Oh, location. Ooh. I would have to say Red Rocks would be like number one. I think if I had to do some honorable mentions, I would have to say Orlando Amphitheater's great. Like this area, super dope.
Grass. I see a lot of people running around barefoot everywhere.
Yeah. No, that's kind of crazy. But like, hey, you can do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Well, I would say here, Red Rocks. I would have to say Bill Graham in San Francisco. Very nice. Never been, but it looks insane. Yeah, those would be my main ones.
When you were a raver, do you have any interesting or crazy stories that you're like, wow, I wish I could live that moment again?
Oh, wow. Honestly, I would have to say it was a show I went to in 2016. It was when I first kind of started DJing. It was a dubs show. And it was like dubs. It was like Timmy Trumpet, Will Sparks, Carnage when he was still Carnage. And that show kind of like shaped who I am today, like in terms of like my career, because it really like sparked like an interest of like, okay, this is like kind of what I want to do. And that's kind of when things just started. And that show was just, everything from like the fire to the CO2 to the fireworks, everything just like really like blew my mind. I was like, someone's controlling this sea of people with music. Like, I thought it was just cool. And I was like, okay, then I bought my first board, and then the rest was history. Yeah, it's like crazy. Yeah.
What has been the hardest skill to learn while producing?
The hardest skill, I would have to say, uh, I find, at least for me, sometimes it's hard to kind of focus sometimes, and sometimes I get like sort of in my head about like kind of what I said earlier, like making something that's, playable for festivals and stuff. And you ask like, how did I overcome it? Again, just like taking a break, hanging with my lady and my dog, just just vibe out and just kind of just like get my mind off it for a bit, and really kind of just like repair my creative juices a little bit in my brain, and then kind of come back to when I'm ready, kind of thing.
Do you have any hobbies outside of producing?
Not really.
Eat, sleep, and breathe music.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean,
okay.
yeah. I mean, other than that, yeah. Like I said, like I run a little bit. I love running. And music. Yeah, that's really it.
In the real world, do you do anything else as a form of income? Do you have like a normal 9 to 5?
So no, I had a normal 9 to 5 about for like 6, 7 years, when I kind of first started out. But within the last like 2 years, I've been just solely full-time music. So I do like,
That's awesome.
yeah, I do. I like produce. I DJ. Obviously, I make music. I do lessons as well. Like I teach people. Yeah, that's kind of my main source of income. So it's kind of cool just to like say that. It's like blows my mind sometimes. But yeah.
Has one of your fans ever given you something that really impacted you or had said something that really stuck with you till this day?
Oh my God! Someone yesterday gave me this like huge perler necklace that's like bigger than my chest, and I was like wearing it. I was like, this thing's heavy. And I was like, holy cow! Yeah, and like it's crazy because not only was it here in Florida as well, but I also got another huge perler that was like of my logo, and it had like bananas hanging off of it, like little tiny bananas, and like it was huge. I have it in my house. It like lights up.
That's crazy.
I'm like
Talented people out there.
yeah, I'm like, you spent hours on this for me? I'm like, what? And it doesn't necessarily have to be that big. Like, just anybody in general that gives me something, could be like a little ducky or something. Like, I think it's cool. I think gifts in just general are like a sign of appreciation. Like, I'm just doing the right things, I guess. It's cool. I love getting gifts. It's dope. Yeah, yeah.
What was the lowest point while you have been making music that has really felt like you felt a little bit set back from?
Honestly, I guess that kind of comes in line to what I said like earlier. It's not really like a singular moment, but I've definitely had moments where I just like thought I couldn't do it. Like I just thought I just wasn't meant for this, and then I like kind of snapped myself back into it, and like having a great support system, and friends that love me, and a girlfriend that loves me, and like family that supports me. It really kind of brings me back and being like, okay, well, look at what you've done, and like this is just like another of those times that you'll get through it, kind of thing. And it happens from time to time for sure. I feel like with anybody, in the industry and just in general. But yeah, but it's just life, you just kind of ride the wave, and just come out the other side after a little while and be like, oh, okay, well, this wasn't that bad.
And so while you've been making music, how has your support been? Everyone, your family, your friends, have they been, overall like encouraging, or has anyone been like, no, don't do it?
So my friends and my partner have been like super supportive of me from the beginning. But like my mother as well, and my brother, but like my father for like the first few years was like, I don't know if you should be doing that. He was like not really, supporting me and stuff like that. No, he was still, I think, in the behind the scenes, but I feel like for the most part, he was kind of like looking at it like, oh, you're not making money from this, so like, what are you doing? But then typical like old-fashioned parent stuff. But eventually, within the last like I would say 2-3 years, because I started like touring and stuff like that and getting some money, he was like, oh, okay. So he kind of shut up a little bit. But no, I feel like he's always supported me, but it's just like, just a classic parent thing. Yeah, it's like not the norm, He probably wanted me to go to school and get a diploma and all this stuff, right? But I was like, that's just not for me. And at first he was like, I don't know, whatever, right? But then now it's kind of like, Nice. Yeah.
So if you weren't making music, what would you be doing?
I went to school for a couple things. I did health and fitness promotion for a little while, so I was gonna eventually become like a personal trainer of sorts, slash like more on like the psychology kind of side as well. And I went to school for plumbing and like trade work, like electrician, that kind of thing. So I was gonna do like plumbing and all those things, but then I literally on the day I was supposed to start a plumbing program, I quit. Like I was just like, I told my parents I can't do it. I was like, no, I'm good. So then I was like, okay, I'll just like fully just go to music. I'm like, okay, kind of worked out so far.
And how was that committing to chasing your dream?
Sorry?
How was it committing to chasing your dream? Like, what was the final fact that you were like, actually, now I'm going all in?
Yeah. I think I put out my very first quad drop video like 5 years ago, and then Riot 10 commented on that with like some flames, and I feel like that was the point where I was really like, okay, I'm really starting to like get somewhere with this. But it was like before that, I played my first festival in 2021, just after like COVID happened and all that, and it was like shows again. It was called Origins Fest, and it was in like the middle of a forest, and like it was on this small stage with like PK sounds. It was super loud in this huge field. And I feel like that was the moment, and I saw like, you know, people in the crowd with like some banana attire.
So cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is crazy. Yeah, my people are here. And I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. So that was kind of like the turning point.
So that was your first festival you ever played, or was that your first time ever playing in front of people?
No. So that was my first festival. And that was like after like 400 days or 500 days of not playing a show because of COVID, like in person. So that was like a huge turning point for me, for sure.
Yeah. And how would you say COVID has impacted you? Because I know it threw me for a whirlwind, and coming back to the real world has just been something else.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm like, in some ways it kind of helped me because I kind of took advantage of that time where everyone was at home on their phones, and I kind of just bombarded my social medias with videos left, right, and center, doing Twitch streams like every weekend. And that's, I feel like, what really like built the core of my audience, and like my supporters. It's like unreal. Like if honestly, if it wasn't for that time where everybody was just indoors and on their phones watching my stuff, I don't know, I don't even think I'd be here, to be honest. So yeah, kind of thankful. Obviously it was very bad in many ways, obviously, no shows and such, but like it truly benefited me, I think, just that time period, for sure.
And what has been your favorite social media platform that you have put out content on?
Probably TikTok. Yeah, TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, those are my main ones.
I'm still learning TikTok, so my
Same.
brain is just,
Yeah.
man, it's
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah.
Who was the first artist that you ever listened to?
Oh, the first ever artist? Like within the genre or just in general?
In general.
In general, I would have to, probably The Weeknd, like old The Weeknd.
Oh, the OG?
Yeah, OG, like Party Next Door, that kind of stuff. And that's kind of what I listen to now, is like Bryson Tiller, that kind of stuff.
Some R&B on your downtime?
Yeah, I love Bryson Tiller. Yeah.
Have you ever had a moment on stage where you messed up a little bit, and how do you get through that?
I just own it, man. Because I know other people are like, fuck, you know, whatever, like, but you gotta own it. I think even like yesterday at my set here at FK, I think I was trying to do a double, but then halfway through the double, I accidentally hit play on one of the songs by mistake, like my elbow touched it. But I was like, what just happened? And I was like, oh shit, I just pressed it by mistake. I paused it. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna roll with it. So I just kind of like, I think you just gotta own it. You just gotta own it, and just like show that nothing happened, you know, and just kind of roll with it. And that's kind of, I think, the main thing. Yeah.
So while you're on stage, how do you feel once you start seeing the crowd moving around? Like, what is that feeling every time you get on stage?
Nerve-wracking off the start. Like yesterday, I was nervous, but like, it was just different. I don't know what it was. I just felt more like excited more than anything. Like, I'm always excited, but like I'm always nervous as well. But like for yesterday's set, I wasn't really that nervous. It was kind of weird. I was like, what's happening?
It's setting in.
Yeah, I was
Starting
setting
to
in.
become you.
Yeah, and like I was heading up on the stage. I had like 5 minutes till I was on, and I was like, there's a lot of people here. So then I started to like shit myself a little bit, but I was like, okay. And then I got up there. I was like, okay, nice. It was fine. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I think that might be all of my questions.
Oh shit.
I've had so many people super excited for you to get to interview because it's just like he's killing it right now on social media. Now that everyone knows that you and your women are managing your own media, that is honestly very impressive. Your consistency, you guys, honestly, I'm thoroughly impressed. So huge encouragement to everyone that's watching. You have tons of fans all over the place. You are skyrocketing, getting up there. I can't wait to see where you come from. What are your goals for the end of the year?
Oh, end of the year. I want to start an album. That'd be kind of cool. I would love to play, well, not by the end of the year, but within the next year, I would love to play Red Rocks. I'd love to play an EDC of some sort. Red Rocks? EDC? No, I'm kidding. Maybe, who knows?
We're manifesting.
Yeah, and just like putting out tunes. I just want to put out a song every month for the rest of the year, and just get more shows. That's like the ideal. And I'm announcing shows later this year that are like, I can't even believe it still, that aren't out yet, but will come soon. But insane. So I'm just gonna keep the grind going.
So do you manage all of your own bookings? Do you reach out to festivals and do you send out all of your tracks to people, or how does that work?
So in terms of like bookings and stuff, I'm under UTA. I'm under Max Freeman. And then I'm managed by Bear Grylls, under off-center management, along with like Vastiv and Muerte and stuff like that. And then in terms of like hitting up the festivals, they kind of do all that for me. I'm very thankful. What was the other part of the question? I think it was...
Yeah, managing bookings and getting with festivals on the lineups.
Yeah. I think it's more so just like, it's not only like their hard work, which I really appreciate, but it's also like the supporters too. Like they just, when someone's like, oh, come here, I'm like, for sure, like let your promoters know, and I feel like that really helps as well. So it's all thanks to you guys and the team and everybody. Crazy.
And so did you seek out management or did someone reach out to you for that?
Bear Grylls hit me up actually, funny enough, randomly, and he was like, you got management? I'm like, no. And I was like, you should go under us. I'm like, all right, sick. Yeah, and it happened so quick. Like, and then I got under UTA, and like, I was very thankful that Max was willing to take me on, and it's a blessing. Like, I've been dreaming of going under UTA ever since I started, and now it's like I'm under him. It's like crazy times.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any special announcements that you want your fans to know?
I just played FK. I'm playing Lost Lands this year. Base Canyon. You guys should come. Again, I don't know if it's out, but I have a song with Gengar coming out in a week from now from this recording. And I'm working on a bunch of remixes and collabs, and just there's a lot to come, a lot more shows coming soon as well that aren't announced. Just super stoked for everything. And honestly, I'm just, again, riding the wave. See what happens. Yeah.
Let's go. All right. Well, since it is the Plurcast, I made you a candy
No way.
before we got here. So
Oh,
peace,
yeah.
love, unity, and respect.
Perfect.
I wish I had bananas for it, but
Oh, that's okay.
ooh, I don't. No, please don't break. I would literally cry.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Huzzah! There you go.
go.
Well, thank you so much for this. It was so amazing. This is the Peachies Plurcast, and we're checking out. Bye.